And sometimes you can read all day and gather a tremendous amount of information. And when 99.9% of it's bad news, you know, you kind of get tired of being the bearer of that type of information.
People should not be afraid of their governments. Governments should be afraid of their people.
Wake up.
Ah!
It's okay. I'm right here.
I can see that.
Turn it off! I don't know what the hell's going on in this world. I'm not even sure if I understood that question, but...
June the 11th, 2022. Guys, you're looking at an article today, and it's about this heat dome that's over the Southwest. It's saying it's going to roast 40 million across Southwest amid power blackout threats. Utilities in Texas had put out warnings about that. Lower power, increased natural gas prices and shortages, hydroelectric dams up in Utah and Colorado that are in trouble, that supplies water. So it's kind of a double threat here. What they're saying, the National Weather Service warns that dangerous heat continues from California to the southern plains through the weekend. At least 42 million people are under heat watches and warnings in the Southwest as a massive heat dome will send temperatures into triple-digit territory across some parts of the Southwest. Now, guys, let me say this. This is the map, National Weather Service. You've got heat warnings, extreme heat warnings, heat watches all the way through this area. But something that usually... it does happen like this, but all of these are going to break records. But all of this, guys, is about to move this way. Here in central Mississippi, we're going to be in triple digits here, starting just in a few days. And this is going to continue.
Parents can be quite...
What a bitch-a-rooney dooney.
And what's going to happen is a lot of water rights are about to get bought up all the way through the Southwest. And when that happens, the farmers will be cut off. It's incredible. But all of this is going to move over to the Southeast. Now, we have kids and grandkids that live over in the Phoenix area, and I think it was supposed to get to 115 or 117 there today. It says much of Texas, New Mexico, with parts of Arizona, Nevada, California could record temperatures well above 100 degrees Fahrenheit today. Phoenix, Arizona could be the hottest metro area, with expected highs around 115 degrees Fahrenheit. You can see this map, guys. When you get into the darker black and the changing of color here, this is where it's at. But all of my friends in Louisiana, Mississippi, Arkansas, you see this creep, and that's about to get much worse. Extreme heat will boost cooling demand in the Southwest, increasing power usage that could strain grids. The North American Electric Reliability Corporation, a regulatory body that manages grid stability, warned last month widespread rolling electricity blackouts were possible in the Southwest because of declining energy production due to decommissioning of fossil fuel power plants. Guys, I know that there's a tremendous amount of news out there, and you can talk about it until you turn blue in the face. Most of you have been paying attention to this for years. Most of the people that I know have. But what we're seeing now is attack on the food supplies, attack on the energy grid, attack on the fuel supplies. The taking down of what we know as a normal life. And guys, there will never be a new normal. And the quicker that everyone realizes that will be the quicker they know and start to prepare. Think about what I'm telling you. Because right now, we're living on borrowed time. Financially, we are in so much debt. I saw a report on it that it will take a few $1 million from each one of us to even get close to paying it back. Or another comparison and it was in the like $200 trillion debt range that we're in because of printing money, that if everything in the U.S. was sold like to a foreign entity, everything, property, everything, that would only pay half of the debt. Now, think about that a moment. So that would still leave, I think it was around $86 trillion in debt if you sold the whole U.S. to a foreign country, which it kind of looks like maybe what's happening. And then I guess the slaves would remain to pay off the rest of that. But with this printing and the sending money all over the world right now that we're doing, it is just part of the takedown. It says, besides the threat of blackouts, tight supplies of natural gas, crude, and coal are pushing up power costs for consumers as they are hit with the worst inflation in 4 decades. Some Americans could get a nasty dose of high inflation and power blackouts similar to life in Venezuela. And guys, this hyperinflation and the mess up with the situation we've had for the last couple of years with supply and demand. Everything was hard to get. Then all the big retailers, they stocked up and got the shelves back in order, got the kind of regular supplies in. And then now no one has the money to buy anything but food and fuel. So major people like Target and other places are having these big sell-offs if you can afford it. But you're looking at the Dow Industrial Average. This is over the last month. Notice on Friday it lost 880 points. As on Thursday it was over 600 points. And you can see this drop. The people on Wall Street know what's going on. The banks know what's going on. And now that we don't have the bailout situations that we did, we have what's now made legal during the Obama administration, bail-ins. In other words, all of your accounts, regardless of checking, savings, whatever it is, now can be taken by the bank without notice to bail itself out. But because in the banking contracts now, in the banking laws, when you put it in there, it's technically theirs. You can get it out until this bottoms out. And it's on a very fast downhill slide right now. If you look, going back, we've lost 5,000 or 6,000 points very quickly. But 600 Thursday, 880, there's a panic and they're trying to stop it. It's not going to work much longer. But guys, I just wanted to bring this up. There is a link that I'm going to put in the bottom of this video. We're going to be, you're going to look at an amazing list of food plants and poultry and beef production plants and all of the above that have gone down in the last year. It's a long, long list. And I want you to be aware that the situation is getting grim and very quickly. And if you remember, Christ said that if I had not shortened the end times, except for the elect, there would be no flesh left alive. And there's one key thing about the days of Noah that is very relative to today. What was Noah doing? He was building an ark for his family, that pedigree, and the animals. So, because why? There was a coming catastrophe that was going to wipe out almost everyone on earth. You know, that's kind of like what we've been seeing in the last 2 years, isn't it? In the days of Noah, all of this destruction, death coming, but worse. And it reminds me, refocuses me a minute on where we're at and what you need to do to prepare to survive. Banks are going to be in trouble. The food situation is going to be bad. There will be camps offered that you can go to eat. It's going to be kind of like the Hotel California situation, though. You know what I mean? You may can check out, but you can't leave. Think about that in a couple of different ways. Just trying to give you a heads up, guys. Watch the weather. Watch the demons. It's a heads up. Be safe.
fuck?
Then you question everything.
And someone told you that's bad?